channel. So I have been trying to film in YouTube for, well, probably months now. But every time I've gone to do it, I felt super nervous. So bear with me. So I guess I should start by introducing myself. I am Alex in Colour and I am new to YouTube, woohoo. I asked my Instagram followers to ask me some questions so that I could film the answers for my first ever YouTube. So that is what we're gonna do today. So the first question is, what is the most exciting activity you have done? So for me that is scuba diving. I once wanted to become an instructor and be a dive master. And I still kind of do to a certain extent. So I completed like my first 2 courses in that, and my 2020 goal was to do like the next 2. So I'm like kind of building my way up to being like a qualified dive instructor. So yeah. The next question is dream holiday destination. Hawaii. I have always wanted to go to Hawaii, and me and my sister have been like begging my dad for years to take us, and he still hasn't got the hint yet, so maybe after watching this we will go. How many piercings have you got? So I've actually got quite a lot, to be honest. 11, and they're all in my ears. I don't have anything else pierced. So what will be the colour of your wedding dress? So for those of you that are new here, I'm getting married in September, just in case you didn't notice. It's iridescent, which means that in different lights it kind of looks like a rainbow. Yeah, I wish I could show you, but I can't, because obviously my fiance is going to watch this and then spoil the surprise. What's your favourite Instagram account to follow? A couple of my favourites would be Susie Shattuck and Chelsea of Late, mainly because I love the creative level they have. Like the way their mind works when they're composing these pictures is just, for me, really inspiring. Do you prefer travelling alone or with a group? Do you know what? I've only ever travelled alone a few times and I didn't mind it. I quite enjoy my own company. She says as she sits there by herself talking to her YouTube. Do you get Botox and fillers? If yes or no, why? And do you have grey hair yet? I mean, I've got some pink hair at the moment. I've not found any greys, but then I haven't actually looked, so don't know. There might be some in there. I don't get Botox, no, and I don't have fillers. I don't actually touch my face aesthetically at all. However, as you might see, I've got a few wrinkles coming in on my forehead. Sorry, I've got a mirror here, so I'm just like looking at my wrinkles. And I am actually now contemplating Botox. Okay, shave off both your eyebrows or shave off your hair. Could you imagine if I actually shaved off my hair? That's a big change. That was quite drastic. So maybe let's shave off the eyebrows and then go get them tattooed on. Is your second toe bigger than your big toe? Now that I've had an operation on my bunion, yes. It's not okay. I mean, do you want to see? No, you don't want to see. So let's not bother showing you the feet, but it's not pretty. Let's just leave it at that. It's not pretty. Ooh, do you like bananas? Yes, love them. What is your favourite kind of melon? Okay, well I don't like honeydew melon. I only like watermelon. And I don't know what other types of melon there are. What's your favourite thing to cook? Ooh, probably spaghetti bolognese. Do you like sausages? No, I do not. However, I do really like the cauldron veggie, or are they vegan? They might be both, sausages. Favourite accent? So, I don't know if you've seen it, but I can do different accents. So here it goes, like I'm gonna do a northern accent for you. It's really hard to switch between them so quickly. Like, I think this is my favourite accent to do. Like, I don't know, I just love it. Like, I absolutely love it. Would you rather be a horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse? A horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse? A duck-sized horse. I think that's kind of cute. Imagine a little dinky horse like this big. Would you ever want to be a personal assistant again? Those of you that don't know me, before I did this full time, I was a personal assistant. I'm getting really hot. I actually loved my jobs. I actually loved being a PA. It was only because I was doing this as well. I'm a bit too much to manage both, so I had to make a decision to pursue one or the other. I'd been a PA for 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. So I thought, well, why don't I give this a go, see how it goes. I can always go back to being a PA if I want to. And yeah, so I wouldn't ever rule out being a PA if like I had to go back and do it, because I did actually really enjoy it, but I like doing this more. Okay, so someone's asked me about my foot surgery, and yeah, I will talk about it, but I don't want to like bore you with like gory details and like gross pictures of feet on my first ever YouTube video. So I should do something separate about that, and about bunion surgery as a whole thing. So keep your eyes out for that one if you are interested in my feet. If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be? For me, this is easy. It would have to be Joan Crawford. So if you Google her right now, you might know who she is, you might not. So yeah, she's like an absolute icon in the movie industry from back in the day. I studied drama and performing arts at school and sixth form, and she was a study of mine. She's really interesting, and I just loved her movies, like black and white movies. I just absolutely adore them. If you weren't a blogger, social media influencer, what would you be? Well, that's really easy. It goes back to my first question and answer, which is the whole scuba diving thing. And yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. This is a really good question. You seem super confident. Are you a fake it till you make it, or have you been told you can do anything? Okay, so I do often say fake it till you make it, but I'm not faking it until I'm making it. Right now, I am quite confident, but that hasn't always been the case. I think growing up and through school, even through like my first ever kind of few jobs, I was bullied, and I would never ever retaliate or argue back or stand up for myself, and my parents were constantly saying like, you have to stand up for yourself, you have to, you know, like argue back, fight back, like shoot them down, sort them out, blah blah blah. But I never did. I was always really scared and a little bit quiet and reserved. But I think something just like snapped in me one day, and all of a sudden I sort of like grew a backbone and I was able to stand up for myself. I also worked for like 2 years in Magaluf, where I was dealing with some really vulgar situations of guys on stag do's and women on hen do's, and I was kind of like exposed to quite a lot. And I went out there kind of thinking I was really streetwise and like knew like the ways of the world almost when it came to like drugs and sex and alcohol. And I was pleasantly surprised. I learned a lot. I think that really helped shape me too, because I was having to deal with people day in and day out who were not always very nice to me. I was a young girl working on a bar, and it kind of just, you know what I'm getting at, right? And I think sometimes people just kind of like have a perception of like why you're there and what you're doing, and just kind of think they can treat you with a lack of respect. I mean, essentially, yes, always fake it till you make it, right? Like that's just a good motto in my opinion. But yeah, I have grown confident over the years, if you like. That was another question someone said. How do you describe your style? Well, I think my style is very much like everyday wear. It's just colourful everyday wear. So I just love colour. Colour makes me feel happy. You know, different colours make me feel different things. So that's kind of why I love it, really. I think it like provokes emotions and provokes feelings, good feelings. That was kind of like all the questions that I could read out, because there was a few or quite a lot of rude ones, which I'm gonna save for another video. So that's kind of like all I was gonna do in this YouTube, to be honest. I feel like I could tell you so much more about me, but I don't know like what you guys want to hear, if you want to hear more about like my career, or how I ended up here, like who I was PA to. I'm also going to do one on polycystic ovaries because I am a sufferer, so I have a lot of facial hair. Delightful. And I think it's really important to raise awareness for these things because I know a lot of women actually suffer with them, don't really talk about it. So there's that to look out for. I would do a haul. Do you want a Zara haul? I hope you have enjoyed my first ever little intro of me. There is a lot more to come. We could sit here for hours talking about things, stuff, boys, girls, relationships, life, careers, everything. But for now, I'm going to leave it there, and I will pick up again with you soon to discuss one of those topics. You can subscribe to my channel here or here. I don't know, I've not done this before. You can subscribe to my channel here. No, I'm joking. It's down there somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Find it. You can find it. And thank you for watching.